Hi everyone, this is Allison Bickle from TicketSignup. Today we're going to cover how TicketSignup is purpose-built for organizations that do multiple events. So just a quick overview, TicketSignup, RunSignup, and GiveSignup is a company that builds event technology that makes it free and easy for your organization to make more money, grow your events, and engage and manage your attendees. And we create free and easy to use event software that you can fully control. And we are headed up to a pretty important milestone. This March we'll hit $2 billion processed that we've helped our customers process through their events over the years. And we work with about 28,000 events a year. So I wanted to do this presentation because I see a lot of organizations that have multiple ticket events and a lot of organizations that use us for both tickets and registration. And I think that there's a lot of value in leveraging our platform if you are an organization that has multiple events. You get increased efficiencies, you have consolidated financial reporting, and we have a lot of tools that can both help you make and save money. So in today's agenda, I'm going to quickly go through how you can easily create and manage multiple ticket events. So that section is really going to be focused on ticket sign up. Then we're going to do a section on financials and consolidated financial reporting. And then we'll go through two new products that we launched last year, which are standalone organization websites and standalone organization email marketing. We'll talk through a couple of customers who have been using TicketSignup as an organization, and then I'll talk a little bit more about what's coming next. If you have any questions during this webinar, you can put them in the question box, and I'll go through them at the end of this presentation. This is also being recorded, and we are going to share on our blog and in a follow-up email after today's webinar. So to get started, this is where you're going to create ticket events. So you can either create a ticket event from ticketsignup.io. You can also go to your profile in the upper right-hand corner of your dashboard and click My Ticket Events once you've created a ticket event. And there's a couple of things that are really useful when you have a lot of ticket events that you're managing. From this My Ticket Event page from your profile, you have a quick option to create a new ticket event. There's a quick search, so if you want to pull up an event, you can start typing, and that list is going to dynamically filter to show those events that match with what you're saying. And then the big thing that I think is really important for events that, or organizations that have multiple events, whether they are completely different types of events or it's a single event that takes place in multiple locations, it's our new copy ticket event feature. We've had this on the registration side of our platform for a long time, and we've brought this over to TicketSignup. And when you click copy this ticket event, you're going to maintain all the different settings. And if there are certain settings that you don't want to copy over, you're going to have the option to say don't copy. One of the things that I think is really useful for copying ticket events are with websites. So when you're setting up your first ticket event, I really recommend taking the time to customize what that free website looks like. So like adding your theme color, your organization's logos, adding different content and menu item pages. And then that way, when you're copying your event, all that website is going to stay the same, and you can quickly go in and make the relevant updates for that new event. But some of it may stay the same, like your theme colors and some of your standard menu items. So copy ticket event can really help you save a lot of time when you are setting up multiple ticket events on TicketSignup. One of the nice things about using TicketSignup as an organization is flexible access options. So you're able to give members of your team access. And so if you go to the access page, you're able to add additional event directors. You can also give people access to your event without them being able to see any of the financials. So everything that is related to financials, like your payments information, analytics that show how many ticket sales you have, things like that. Non-financial access is going to be able to prevent people from seeing things that you don't want them to see. So one of the great things about TicketSignup is we give you a lot of built-in tools that lend themselves really well to cross-promoting your events. So one of the pretty powerful features that we've introduced in TicketSignup is shared coupons. And what this allows you to do is to set up a coupon pool. And in this image on top, you can see that there are 3 different coupon pools set up, one for social media, one for email marketing, and one for events and other businesses. And what's going to happen is you're able to share these coupon pools between different events. So let's say you are doing a haunt that is in Columbus, Ohio, and one haunt that's in Chicago, Illinois. You can actually use the same set of coupons for both of these locations, like Welcome 10, and make that available in a single coupon that is shared across these events. So when you're doing discounts, this can be a really powerful way to consolidate your coupons and your financial incentives to get people to buy tickets. One of the other features that we introduced last year in TicketSignup are automated emails. And this lets you set up automated drip campaigns that are automatically scheduled a set amount of time after somebody purchases a ticket. So this example that I'm kind of using is 1 hour after somebody purchases a ticket, you may want to promote something that's very event specific, like referral rewards or important information about that event. And then what you can do is you can actually stack automated emails. So after you send that one email promoting referral rewards, you can actually send a different email to send 3 days after they have purchased their ticket, promoting your other events. And the email builder is really sophisticated. It lets you create and design beautiful emails using different types of content blocks. And so in this example, you'll kind of see that we're leveraging those nice content blocks with images and calls to action to promote other upcoming events for the organization. Another feature that is really powerful when you're using TicketSignup for multiple events is the event list. So this is a really easy thing that you can add to your ticket event website, and it's dynamic. And so it's automatically showing the other events that you have on the platform, and it's going to auto update. So you're not having to go in and manually update this website every time an event moves from being upcoming to in the past. The system is automatically pulling from the date of the event, and it's knowing like, okay, the event's happening this day, it's in upcoming events, and after it's finished, it's going to automatically get moved to past events. I think that's really useful because that means your organization is not dependent on a webmaster or a person that does your website updates. And you're always making sure you've got the most relevant content for people who are coming to your website and visiting it. So we're going to talk a lot about the financials. And I think one of the most powerful parts of TicketSignup is that we build all these features for ticket events on top of a really powerful payments infrastructure. So when you create your first event on TicketSignup, you're going to set up a payment account. And TicketSignup will review that payment account and approve it, and we will process all of the payments for your event. And I think this is a really great solution for events because when you have a system that's split into two, so you have your ticket sales happening in one system and your payments being processed in another one, like Square, Stripe, you're bringing that account over. You have a lot of trouble with reconciling what happened for your actual event in terms of like how many tickets you sold and how much money actually flowed through the event with the reports that are generated from your payments processor. And so by combining that into a single platform of TicketSignup, with integrated payments, there are a ton of benefits that your organization gets. So as I mentioned, Having your payments and your event data in one place means that you're going to have an easier time reconciling all of your finances. And at the top, you can see a screenshot of what this financial payments dashboard looks like. You have one dashboard that's going to list all of your events, and it's going to show you what different events are using your payment account, how much they're getting paid, and a lot of different reporting. And we're going to go through these different tabs in a minute on the payment account. In addition to just having a consolidated reporting engine for your financials that's directly connected to everything that's happening in real time with your events, TicketSignup has an automated sales tax platform. That means that we are calculating, we're collecting, we're remitting, and we're generating reports for sales tax. Companies like TicketSignup and others like Wayfair and Eventbrite, those are all marketplaces, and after marketplace facilitator laws were passed, marketplaces like us were required to collect and remit sales tax on behalf of our customers. And so this is a really big benefit that TicketSignup gives to events. We're not saying like add on an extra fee to account for sales tax and then you report and remit that yourself. We're automatically taking care of all of that for you. And the reports that are generated are useful if you were ever to happen to get audited. You'd be able to download those reports and show that the sales tax had been properly collected and remitted on your behalf. Another important thing with having all the payments done on your events platform is that we actually fight chargebacks for your organization, and we actually win a fair amount of them. Every time somebody's buying a ticket or signing up on our registration platform, we're actually like time stamping that waiver being signed with the IP address, and we're able to use that data along with our finance team to fight these chargebacks pretty effectively. And so that screenshot that you see on the bottom here is just a list of chargebacks that are happening. And then you'll see reverse chargebacks. So that means that our team was able to win money back for the organization that had the chargebacks against their event. A couple other brief things to mention are that you can set up like how often you're getting email notifications about the payments out to your organization. And all of the events are consolidated in those notifications. So it's not like you're getting, if you have 15 events, you're not getting 15 emails, you're getting a single email with a nice summary table. And then you're able to access your 1099 from this page as well, which will be a single report for all of your events. So when we go into the payments tab, what you're going to be able to do is you can set a filter of your dates to view like payments that happened over a certain period of time. So this one is just showing payments that have happened this month. And then what you are able to do is you can click into one of these IDs to dig into what actually was included in that payment. And the screenshot below is showing a view of what a single payment transfer looks like. So you're able to see like the date when it happened, you're able to see a quick summary table at the top that's showing like which events had payments and how much they processed. And then below in that big table, it's kind of split up based on like different payment things that are happening on the platform. Like these are all the transactions, these are all the refunds, these are all of the adjustments, which are chargebacks that were made. And you're able to actually download each of those report categories. And so you get to go drill into every single individual transaction, whether that was somebody purchasing a store item or signing up for a race or buying a ticket. So all of that is in one single place. The other thing to point out is that this financial reporting is consolidated between the RunSignup registration platform and TicketSignup ticket platform. So if you are using us for both endurance events or peer-to-peer fundraising events, as well as ticket events, all the payments are coming into this one place. The settings tab gives you different options to control how often your funds are released. So we set the default to weekly, but there are also monthly options available. You can also hold all of your payments until after an event has occurred. It really just depends what your organization prefers in terms of payment frequency. you have the option to hold funds up to a certain amount or up to a certain date. And that can be useful if you are going to need to issue like a lot of refunds because you've had to cancel an event or something like that happens. Then you can add access. So the first option is just to add emails to receive payment notifications, and that's the quick summary that you're going to get showing how much was paid out to each event in that weekly or monthly payment. And then you can also add access to the payment account. So you can add admins, and admins are going to be able to see these tabs and have control over all these settings, and use only. Those people are going to be able to automatically link your payment account to new events that they're creating. We introduced this feature, I think it was like a year or two ago now, to add custom account codes to your payments. And I think these are really useful. Initially, we had introduced them more for the GiveSignup nonprofit side of our business, but I really think any organization that has departments can leverage these fields. They're essentially just two custom fields. Like you can put whatever you want to in these fields. And this can just help with reconciliation, whether you are like trying to export your reporting and chunk it up by like different department and filter it, or if you're trying to do something more complex, like merge it with another set of reports. These are just two custom fields that you can either merge on or that let you easily filter or sort the transaction data that you can download from your payment reports. So this is another powerful tool just to make your reconciliation process even easier. And then a lot of organizations, like you'll have some people that do finance maybe, and like some people who do who are in charge of events, and they don't have the same set of permissions and they have different functions. And so we make it really easy to separate that. And so like the finance person can only look at the payment account, and they don't have to go into any of the events. And the event person can create events and manage them without having access to that payment account. One of the cool things that we introduced to make it even easier for people to set up events is if we know that you have already have access to an event with a funding account, we'll allow you to request to use that funding account again if you are not an owner. So it's not automatically going to let you link a payment account that you don't own or have access to. But if you've been a director on an event that has used that payment account in the past, we make it really easy and automated for you to request that that payment account owner link the same payment account to your new event. This ensures that we're making sure that the payments are flowing correctly, that the person in charge of finances is giving approval to use that funding account for an event. But it's also making it a little bit easier and faster for the event people to just set up their next events. So we build purpose-built technology for events. And two of the things that we provide to every single event are free websites and free email. And we have, we automatically create a website for every 28,000 plus events that we host on our platform each year that you can fully customize. It's optimized for SEO and mobile. You can add menus and pages and content and really make it your own. We also send more than 20 million emails on behalf of our customers per month for free. And so these are really powerful tools that our customers use within the context of a single event. And so what we've introduced recently are organization websites and organization email. And so an organization website is standalone. It's not connected to a single ticket event or a single registration event. It is just a standalone website that gives you all of these capabilities that exist within the event website, but not necessarily having to connect it to tickets or signups. And so this can be used for your organization as your main website, or it could be used as a main website about your organization's events. There's some powerful tools with this, and the two that I wanted to quickly go over are the ability to bring your own domain or subdomain for free, as well as our new website builder. So to create an organization website, you can go to TicketSignup.io and you can click on the products drop down and click websites, and you'll see a button where you can go and set up your organization website. And one of the powerful things is you can bring your own domain or subdomain. So you don't have to use a URL that says TicketSignup.io/event. You can really make this website your own by bringing your own subdomain or domain, and we host it for free. And it'll have an SSL certificate. That means that there's going to be a little lock on the top of your browser indicating that the URL is secure. And we take care of all of that. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at customers like independent websites and I see that it's a not secure website. I think that like this is a great option because ticket sign up websites use the website builder. So you don't need to know how to code, and you're automatically going to make sure that your website is always secure. So the next generation website builder is like an enhanced way to manage content. And it's a lot easier to add content through the system rather than having to code or use a cumbersome WordPress site. We have a library of content blocks, so you can add all sorts of content like you see on this example, like banner-sized images and headings and like featured content boxes with images and call to action buttons. So the websites are really powerful. It's a great option if you are doing a lot of events on our site. You can also host your own website for free. And similarly, organization email marketing is a way for you to create email that is standalone and not necessarily tied to an event. And you can create your organization email the same way by going to TicketSignup.io and clicking Create Organization Email. One of the really cool things about organization email is that you can send emails to lists across all of your events. So that means if you are using us for a bike event and a golf event and a holiday lights show, you're going to have all the people that attended those 3 events in this contact list, and you're going to be able to choose which ones to include and which ones to exclude. And this is also going to include any custom contacts that you upload. So if you were previously using like a paid email platform like MailChimp or Constant Contact, you'd be able to import all those contacts to TicketSignup for free and email them for free. And we've had customers that have imported like hundreds of thousands of contacts. So there really truly is no limit to what you're importing from other email marketing platforms. The organization email is, it includes the email builder, so you can easily design and send beautiful emails. It has the same types of tools like content blocks, replacement tags, easy to upload images, and you can schedule or send emails immediately, and there's sets of email reports as well. So I was going to quickly go over to customers that are using TicketSignup as an organization. And I'm going to go through quickly the use cases for the Loppett Foundation and for Ashland Berry Farm. So Loppett Foundation is an organization that's based in Minneapolis, and their mission is to get people outdoors. And so they do year-round series of events. They have a ton of skiing events, of course, and races. And they use TicketSignup and RunSignup. And that lets them have a single platform with purpose-built solutions for the different types of events that they do. And so they use RunSignup/SkiSignup to be able to collect more information about their participants, as well as for all of their endurance events. And then they're able to use TicketSignup to sell tickets to really large events that have thousands and thousands of attendees, where you just want them to be able to buy their ticket really quickly. You don't care about collecting all their information because you don't have to get concerned about posting results or assigning bibs. It's just a fast way for people to get admission to a special event. Loppett Foundation is a nonprofit, and one of the things that they do is that they enable donations for every event. And so whether they have an event that's using registration or ticketing, they always have an option for attendees and participants to make a donation. Ashland Berry Farm is a farm down in Virginia, and they moved over to TicketSignup after not having previously sold tickets online. And they made that decision to both make and to save money. So in terms of making money, they found that they were able to actually earn additional revenue by selling tickets online. By selling tickets ahead of an actual event, they were able to get revenue in earlier. They were also able to capture revenue from people that, buy their tickets, don't show up at the event. And they're also able to create more buzz about their events because people are buying these tickets ahead of time. With pricing, they're able to offer lower cost if you buy them ahead of time. And that just drives up word of mouth about their events. And then they were able to realize a lot of event day efficiencies with just the speed of the TicketSignup check-in app and just having people not pay in cash on site. Ashland Berry Farm is actually using our organization email marketing now, and they've been able to cut down their email costs significantly. They had previously used MailChimp, and MailChimp seems to have like different pricing options, but Ashland Berry Farm was purchasing credits to send emails. And so by switching over to TicketSignup, they saved over $1,000 by sending their emails for free instead of having to purchase MailChimp credits. So that's kind of a quick overview of how TicketSignup can be leveraged today for organizations. We make it easy to keep all of your financial data in one place. There's a lot of tools that let you cross-promote your events, whether it's all ticket events or a mix of registration and ticket events. There's just a lot of efficiencies and ways to make and save money and time by using TicketSignup at an organization level. So what's coming next in our product plan? We did a product roadmap webinar the other week actually and talked about all these things, but these are the 4 product priorities that I think really benefit organizations. So the first is more website functionality. We're going to just continue to make websites more powerful. But one of the really interesting things that we're going to be able to do is offer dynamic data at the organization level. And you saw that today with the event list that pulls in all of your events across the platform, whether they are tickets or registration events, and dynamically displays that in upcoming and past events. And we're going to do that with other pieces of the system. And so like one example for like that would be if you collect donations like the Loppett Foundation, you would be able to roll up all those donations into a single donation goal thermometer to display on your organization website. So the investments that we're making in websites benefit both the events that you host, like the individual events, because you can do more with that website, but it also adds more functionality to that standalone organization website at the same time. We're going to continue to invest a lot in email marketing. There's a ton happening right now. But I think the 2 things that are later this year that we'll be getting to are enhanced contact lists. So you saw that today in the organization email marketing, you can email your contacts across all of your registration, races, peer-to-peer fundraising events, and all of your ticket events. So if you have 5 ticket events, you have a single dashboard where you can email every single person that attended any of those 5 different ticket events. We're going to be enhancing this functionality so that you can have additional filters on that. So I could put an email together to send to anyone who attended any of my events in the past 6 months and lives within a 25-mile radius of a certain zip code. So we're going to just continue improving the functionality with that contact list. It brings a lot of power to those system lists, as well as being able to leverage your uploaded custom contact lists with that. And then we're also going to do email customer journeys. So if you send out a promotional email for a golf outing, you can put people on a journey. So those who opened but didn't click might get a certain email second, but those who opened it and clicked and went and signed up would be put on another automated email journey. So that will also be coming late this year. The big thing that is going to be interesting for some organizations is our new membership platform. We've had membership like since the beginning of our company, and it was built for running clubs. And what's happening now is we are making it generic so that it can really work for any organization, not just a running club. It could work for a zoo, it could work for a public radio station. It will enable you to collect membership dues on a recurring frequency and really make that smooth. And then the powerful thing that we offer today in registration and that we're going to offer in tickets is going to be automated discounts. So if we know you are a member, we are going to give you automatically 15% off at events A, B, and C. And so TicketSignup today has a ton of functionality and power for these organizations that have multiple events because we just make it more efficient. And our product roadmap is really focused on enhancing like event functionality, but with that, we're going to be bringing a ton more power to organizations that have many events on our platform. I'm gonna look at these questions and go through some of them. And if I don't get to your question, because I have a number of them, we will have an account manager or salesperson follow up with you after. So somebody asked that they said that they need to manage multiple events in multiple locations. They have 2 bike rides and coordinated service projects. So I think that would be great with TicketSignup, as well as our registration platform. Having that event list so that you can feature all those locations across all of your websites is really powerful. And then having that consolidated financial reporting, I think is really useful as well as a single place where you can get all those email contacts. So one question asked if they're using a platform like Square for purchases on site at a specific event that they sold tickets with TicketSignup for. Is there a way to link that account so we can look at all the event related transactions at once? Yes, actually. If you are using our Square integration. So with TicketSignup, we introduced point of sale for tickets to allow you to sell tickets on site. And we did that with Square. And the reason that we decided to use Square and have you bring your own funding account for point of sale on-site tickets is that Square has really good and cheap, affordable hardware to scan credit cards. And when you enable that integration, you are able to see all that data in your TicketSignup dashboard. The financial reporting for the on-site site sales is going to live in Square because the transactions happen on Square, but all of your online sales are going to show in TicketSignup, and you will see those sales that occurred through the TicketSignup app in your reports. So our Square point of sale solution is a great solution for that. This question is asking if they can easily sell tickets on TicketSignup to people who have previously registered on RunSignup for their races. Is it possible to integrate other parts of ticket sales with registrations? Yeah, so I think it's easy because it's particularly easy with TicketSignup because we don't require that somebody create a login and a password. And so really when you are trying to promote sales for your tickets on TicketSignup, you can just create organization email marketing, and you'll have every single person that's registered on RunSignup there as a contact. You can create an email to send to them promoting ticket sales with a link to go buy tickets, and you're going to be able to facilitate that really easily. One of the things that'll happen with our enhanced contact lists for email is that we will be able to do better matching of people. So better being able to see like this email, first name, last name, these parameters match, and they've done X number of registration events and X number of ticket events, and that's going to come over time. A question asking if some events can have different payment accounts. Yes, you can have different payment accounts for different events. You will have separate like financial reports per payment account. But on that step of the wizard, when you're selecting a payment account, you'll just want to select the one that you want to use for that event, or request the one that you want to use for that event. But it's easy to have multiple payment accounts on our platform. Can we share a merch store between events? Yes, you can share a store between events now. We've introduced a warehouse for tickets. It's only available for TicketSignup, and it allows you to have a warehouse where you have shared inventory across multiple or all of your events. So from the warehouse, you can add items, and if you have 100 available and you're selling them through event A and event B, both of those sales are going to count towards that 100 available. So the TicketSignup store does allow you to share merchandise between all of your events. And we do have a standalone store. So today when you choose to add store items and select display and standalone store, that's automatically going to generate a menu item for a store on your website. And that gives you a link. You can also add call to action buttons with links to that store. So yes, you can feature a standalone store where people can buy items outside of ticket purchase. Okay, I think those are all the questions for now. Again, my name's Allison. This is my email address if you want to contact me. Our company is doing some road shows over the next couple of months. I'm going to be in Denver next week, actually on the 23rd and 24th. I'll be in Boston the 27th to 29th, and I'm going to be in Seattle at the end of February. If you live in one of these cities or nearby, it'd be great if you could sign up. I'd love to meet you there in person. Thank you again for attending today, and we will be sending out a recording of this webinar as well as a copy of the slides within 24 hours. Thanks, everyone.
All right, I do see that. I think it's a blue jay. Hey, you just finished watching one of our videos. Thank you for checking it out. If you want to see more, especially the new ones, click the subscribe button, then the bell, and then all. If you enjoy this type of content, please click the thumbs up button. That really helps us out, and we'll see you next time.